Vanity Fair yesterday dropped a huge article going behind the scenes on the Rise of Skywalker. I'll go over the 7 key points I saw in the article, new facts we learned, theories busted, and confirmed. First is the timeline of the movie. There had been lots of speculation that the events would be many years after the events of The Last Jedi, but it's confirmed now that only a year or so has passed. This is interesting in that now you have to eliminate any thought of the Resistance building up to be able to fight the First Order head-on in any real way. Given that only a year has gone by, I would be very surprised to see a huge Return of the Jedi style space battle. I have to think that the Resistance is going to have to rely on guile and a smaller, more personal battle to cut the head off the snake. Next is the Knights of Ren. The passing reference by Snoke and the fleeting shot on the Force back of The Force Awakens are all we know about them. They were AWOL in The Last Jedi, but we now know that they are prominent in The Rise of Skywalker and they look awesome. I'd be shocked if they're just a footnote or a cameo. We also get introduced to a couple new bad guys. So we also get to see a shot of Richard Grant as a Legion General Pride, which is a cool name, but what the Force is in a Legion General? What is his role? Is he senior or junior to Hux? This is a fun tease to me. I like a little mystery going into the movie. We also have our first look and name for Kerry Russell's character, Zori Bliss. She's described as a scoundrel, which could mean a lot of things. I'm going to throw her in the baddie section for now, but I think there's a good chance she'll be at least a gray character like DJ from The Last Jedi. We're also going to see some new planets. The desert planet we saw in the trailer is not Jakku or Tatooine, as I, along with most of the internet, thought a few weeks back. It's the planet Pasaana. So we're getting at least 2 new planets, Pasaana along with this snowy planet, Kijimi. I'm glad again that we are getting new locations, new characters, and not just revisiting and rehashing the old stuff. Apparently, common emblem is C-3PO's first line. Is this trying to interpret a symbol that the Resistance has found, maybe on that Death Star wreckage, or maybe from an Imperial artifact? It's probably a throwaway line, but still, this far out from the movie, it's fun to think about what it could mean. One of the biggest reveals is Luke's appearance. The internet is on fire over this shot of Luke in R2. The Last Jedi revisionists are taking it as proof that JJ Abrams is throwing what Rian Johnson did in TLJ out the window, but I'm not so sure. First, the picture is not from the film but from the set, so no post-production to add effects like a Force Ghost glow have been made, and most of the pics in the article are obviously not from an active scene. I feel at best Luke would be a Force projection, maybe having learned new skills after becoming one with the Force in The Last Jedi, but I would be supremely disappointed if Luke straight up isn't really dead, and that's the source of the film title. It's just way too revisionist and reactionary for me. But far and away the most interesting thing to me was the following set of quotes from JJ. His first quote sums up to me what I did not like about the first sequel. To be clear, I love The Force Awakens, but it's hard for me to get past an initial feeling of disappointment I had coming out of my first viewing that it wasn't really an original story. But to make the story perfect, I really wanted a new adventure. This is part of what I like about The Last Jedi. Love it or hate it, it's different. It subverted expectations and kept folks guessing. A lot of fans enjoy this, some do not. And both are fine, all fans are entitled to like what they want. But to me, as an original trilogy guy, seeing every single Star Wars movie in the theaters when they were released, I was more than okay with something new. Rian Johnson did this, and JJ seems to be headed that way with The Rise of Skywalker. This quote to me sounds great and honestly what Star Wars needs to stay relevant. Now, I'm not in favor of retconning events from The Last Jedi to basically have them not count, like bringing Luke Skywalker back to life or having Rey be Luke's kid or Obi-Wan's kid or any other internet theory. JJ has already said at Star Wars Celebration that there's more to Rey's story than her parents being nobody, just filthy junk traders, and I'm fine with that. She's obviously special somehow, but to me, just lazily making her part of some force-wielding family and having that be the source of her power would be a major disappointment for me. Let me know in the comments if you think I missed anything that you took away from the article, or your thoughts on the new reveals. And may the mouse be with you.